Okay, so let's say that I can't do this one because it already has fillets. I have this object and I unioned it by accident, and I want to get it ununioned. In this case, it's a pretty simple job. So I'm just going to go type in union, make sure it's unioned. Okay, it's one piece. So I want it to two pieces. What I can do is I can go to this left view, right view, and there's a new command you can use. If you're not used to this one, you can go to, where is it? 3D operations. You go to slice, and you select your object. You click select objects. I'm done with that. So space or enter, and you do a line from where you want to cut it. So slice it. So I'm going to use that as O snap right there, quadrant O snap, and go down the path where my knife to slice. And it's asking me to keep both sides. Both is our default, so yes. So just click space. And right now, moving this up, you can see there's two pieces. Except when it sliced it, you can see that it sliced it just enough to slice this piece too. That's okay. What we can do is go to modify, solid editing, separate, and I select this object, enter, enter. This is one piece and this is another piece. But now we have one more additional step. We actually have to union this piece to this little end piece. Union, select the faucet to the end piece, and now I can move it up. And I have the two pieces like this one. So that's in case some drawings actually work at that, some you have to go different ways to make it work. I'll show it to you guys that later. Okay, so I have my design. Pretty cool design. I'm gonna make a copy of this over here to work on the actual handles. Move this over, make sure my UCX is correct, and get back to the top view. Select this, move it over 4 inches. I guess that's not enough, so I'll put 2 more. And I'll make a copy of this. I know this one's 6 inches, so I go the other way, 12 inches. Actually, delete one of these. I'm going to scale it down because I don't need it so big for the actual handles. So I go my scale command. I make sure to select the bottom, not the top, because otherwise it will scale from the top and maybe create a gap between the actual surface that we're working on. See, right now the top is getting smaller, and otherwise if I select it from the top, the bottom will be getting smaller. Make this about 75%, so 0.75. That's still too big, so I'll do another 0.75 of that size. There we go. That looks about right. What we want to do next is create a cylinder on top. So I got my cylinder. Gonna do radius 0.375. Extrude it about 2.5 inches. Or actually, this could be kind of a dull design if I just did a square box here. So instead, we're going to do a little bit different. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to change this to my UCX to a front view. So my X and Y go this way. Let's draw some reference points at 2.5 where I started off. I'm actually going to draw the box. Pretty much that would be the handle. I'm going to use my spline now. Toot. Something like that, maybe. Oh, there it's screwed up because I didn't have those 2 points. So I'm gonna actually delete these. I'm gonna draw this, repair this line right here, going down. Again, here's my spin. Down, there, down. Okay, we'll delete that, or I can change it to a layer and turn off that layer. That's another option. And I'm gonna use that eclipse again. Before I do draw that eclipse on the bottom here, I need to change my UCX again. So every time you're drawing, there's going to be a lot of UCX, and you just got to keep an eye on that. Okay, so I'm just going to draw it here. Oops, I think I lost it somewhere. Undo. And go back to Eclipse. There. I'll make it thin. I think that'll kind of make it look a little bit better. Again, you can stretch it out once you place it in. Oops. But it's snapping on, so I might have to turn off snap. If not, I'll do 0.85. So I could do the actual dimension if it's still snapping onto something, causing issues. Now I'm going to do again, extrude. Actually, I'm going to try extrude. Select this 2D object, enter, P for path. Unable to extrude. Oh, this eclipse is a little too big, and it's going to be overlapping itself if I make this big turn. So either I move that like so, and try it again. There we go. Looks, actually, I kind of like it this way. But if in case you don't, but you like to keep that as an option, just make a copy of your work again. Head back. So I'm gonna do extrude path. There we go. I'm gonna leave it as it is. Actually, I'm gonna make a copy so I actually have both sides done. That's my one design. My other design is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to try doing an extrude taper. So extrude ext, this T for taper. I'll do 3, and P for path. Well, won't able to do it. Interesting. Alright, we'll do a little bit differently then. So I'm going to select that. Maybe the taper was too big. I can always try that. Extrude. Select that object. T for taper. 1. Oops. Worked too many times. So extrude. Select the object. T for taper. 1. P for path. Select my path. Yeah, I got a little bit smaller. You can see. Actually, I'm gonna try it one more time. A little bigger. The bigger one. T. 3. 3 is a little too much. T2, path, select. No, 2 is too much. T1.5, P for path. There we go. That's another option, but that doesn't make a big difference. I want to make something extreme, so I'm going to scale this down itself by, yeah, that small one. And I'm going to do it a loft system, what we did before with loft. So again, you can go to draw modeling loft, or you can type it in. You select your base, you select your endpoint, space, and actually now you can type in P for path, and get your path. So that's my other design. Again, select it all, copy it to the center of this, mirror it actually, so I have a complete set. That's my other design. So I already have 2 designs that I can sell to my clients. Give these options, and it just didn't take that much time. Another option. Let's say explode this so I can get explode it again, but I lose that line. This isn't good because I needed that. Okay, I'm gonna undo. If you go Control Z, that undoes it too. It might be faster than typing U enter. So Control Z is another quick scheme. For this, I'm gonna actually do something creative. I'm gonna make these and connect them to that and move these out like so. And finally I'll do that. Hard to explain what I'm doing until you have to just see. Okay, now I go back to Loft, modeling Loft. I select my base, select the end, enter, put G for guides, and I guide it through. So those lines are my guides, and they guide the path of my lofting. So that actually kind of matches my sink design. So I might even stick with this one as my best one. But again, it's your choice. I'll give you guys specified dimensions of how big that should be around the gooseneck and how big the pipes are, and how much water flow you need to know. So I'll help you guys figure out that, and that's going to be your second project. Or unless you guys want to do the exact copy of mine, that's fine too. But I would prefer that you guys design your own. Alright, that concludes this project.